Here's a look at some of the flooding that we were dealing with in the East Ridge area. This was sent in by Robert Fletcher, which is the brother of our Dayton Skywatcher. So thank you for sending that in. Hopefully there's no damage to this home. You can see that water pretty high up on that door. And this is an aerial shot of I-24 after the heaviest rain moved on. Zach John sent us this one. You can see all of that rain on the interstate. This caused a lot of issues. Again, we had so much rainfall in such a short amount of time, and the bullseye was basically from East Ridge towards the split, heading down into Fordo, parts of Catoosa County, that southeast corner of Hamilton County, because the further west you went, even into downtown, only about 1 to 2 inches of rain. So it was kind of a pretty sharp cutoff of where we had those highest amounts. And yes, it was the second rainiest day on record. Keep in mind the Chattanooga Airport, kind of on the east side of town, and the old record was 9.49 inches, which will still stand. That was from the remnants of Tropical Storm Lee. But we do move into the second spot officially with over 6 inches of rain. So that's some significant rain for one day. It's about a month and a half's worth in just 2-3 hours. And we're already seeing some rain out there across parts of the Tennessee Valley. It's not widespread yet, but this looks a lot different than it did just an hour ago. So we're already seeing that moisture getting going this morning, and the heaviest stuff down in Jackson County between Scottsboro and Bridgeport. We also have some scattered showers moving into the Chattanooga metro area and back into Fannin and Gilmer County. So once again, we're starting the day off with some rain. Your morning commute is going to feature wet roads. Also, some of those areas that had flooding yesterday, there's going to be debris left behind, so take it easy out there. We do have flood watches in effect until 8 p.m. for the county, shaded in that dark green coverage, which is basically all of East Tennessee and western North Carolina. So the flooding potential is still there, especially where you see that yellow flash here. That includes most of southeast Tennessee and North Georgia. So we'll have to watch the radar once again very closely. We'll have scattered showers this morning, but it's this afternoon and evening when we get a little bit of juice, that daytime heating. Even though it's not going to be that warm, we're going to have more showers and storms firing up during the afternoon and evening. And when they start to redevelop over the same areas like they did yesterday in southeastern Hamilton County, that's where we could have, another 2 to 3 to maybe 4 inches. It's going to be localized amounts like that, but still a possibility. That'll continue through the evening. Overnight, I think a lot of this rain gradually fades away. And then tomorrow, we're not looking at highest coverage of the week, but there's certainly going to be, additional showers and storms. So we'll have to watch that closely. But here's a look at your potential rainfall once again. And it's these pockets of yellow that you see where we could have 2 to 3 inches. So it's not necessarily going to be widespread, but we're going to have to watch those areas that really get in on some of that heaviest rain. So download the Local 3 weather app and just keep a close eye on the weather throughout the day. That's usually a pretty good rule of thumb, especially since we're in alert mode. Now switching gears to the tropics, because we do have some activity out there. Of course, we've been talking about air in the last couple of days. We're really not looking all that healthy as it continues into the open waters of the Atlantic. And again, just for reference, there's Puerto Rico right there. Here's a look at the latest track. So still expected to become our first major hurricane of the season as it kind of moves in the general direction of the East Coast. Now, this goes all the way until early Monday morning. But what you're not seeing is there is likely going to be a sharp right turn before it makes contact with the East Coast. That's certainly good news, but we'll have to watch this track, because if it shifts a little further to the west, then we could have some issues for the East Coast. But as of now, it looks like it is going to recurve out. So that's the good news. And of course, we'll keep you updated on that as well. But today, the big story is going to be the potential for additional heavy rain with some localized flooding. Tonight, most of those showers gradually start to fade away, but there still could be some heavy rain this evening. And then as we look ahead to your next 7 days of weather across the Tennessee Valley, alert mode today, rain chances tomorrow, but this weekend it does look like we are going to dry out. We're going to crank up the heat a little bit. Temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 90s. So no, summer's not done just yet. We are going to be dealing with that summer heat, and at least we're going to get a chance to dry out, and many will need it, especially after yesterday evening.